What we'll do here is, I think I'm going to focus more on darks with sort of areas of lighter sort of colors, so some warmer colors. And then we'll have a lot of the cools and darks. So it's almost like little islands or something like that. That's what I'll try to represent. So I'm picking up some blue here. It's just some ultramarine. I do also have some of this cerulean blue that I've picked up here on the side. I've also got this non-granulating cerulean blue, which is a very vibrant sort of cerulean blue running across here. Then of course we've got darker sort of colors running across. This is a bit of the quinacridone sort of yellowish color that I have. Let's put a bit more on here, a bit more here. Just finding some places where I can drop in some of this color, okay, and let it do its thing. Let it sort of bleed into the other colors and create its own kind of mix. Fantastic. I've actually used up all my cerulean blue. There's none left. I'm going to shift this lavender around. That's a lot of lavender, but that doesn't matter. We got some interesting effects here. Let's see what will happen. Like this. Great. I'll leave that kind of thick, and now what I'll do is really just for the remaining areas start putting in the dark bits running through the center and that sort of thing. So Payne's Grey, I'm going to use a really thick layer of Payne's Grey and just drop some of this stuff in here. I might just flatten off this paper as well, just make it flatter. I had it on a slight slant before. There, let's get in a few brush strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just kind of cutting around what we've got here and seeing if we can get some nice patterns forming. Look at that edge, really interesting edges formed on that section. And the water is just seeping through in interesting ways. Some more neutral tint maybe here. If I put some neutral tint here, really just next to that thick lavender, we are getting some mixing in that section as well too. It's fascinating what it does. A bit more here. It's kind of turned a purplish color now because of that lavender running through. I really like that color. It's amazing. A bit more. Let's pick up a bit more of this dark neutral tint running through there, here, a bit there maybe. Can kind of like form a path here, and the border will just seep through, especially if you hold the page on an angle. I'm going to try and create these sort of effects of little islands or something like that, just running through in areas, using some of this neutral tint to see if I can create that, because all these are soft edges and you're going to be able to do so much with creating these sort of soft edges. And so I'm drawing little circles to see what it will do. I think I've just lost the idea now of making those little islands, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having a play around to see if these circles might look nice as well. And I don't mind them actually. So, what do you know? The interesting, great thing about abstracts is that it's always something, whatever you paint on there, it's something that you've certainly not seen before, and it's exciting. You never know what's going to happen. I don't do them all that often, but I do enjoy them. Bit more darkness near the bottom. Just pick up more darker paint. Again, that bottom is resisting some paint for some odd reason. I can't sort of paint over some parts of those. It's just resisting. Maybe if I keep going over it, it will be fine. Just like that part's gone gone fine now, but that was very bit weird. I don't know how this paper is really manufactured, but yeah, the rest of it's done quite well. Take that that paint, and I do like this pattern of these circular things that I've drawn, painted on there. Whatever I've attempted on that section, it's interesting. So, you know, we can have another one, just do some larger ones maybe here, softer shapes. It almost like acts as if these circles kind of create these kind of bubble like effects, and the paint just seeps into them slowly. I like how that area has turned out as well. So you know what, I'm just going to leave it. I don't think I'm going to touch anything else. I'll put in a bit more colour on that right hand side, but apart from that, we're going to leave that off to dry.
If you like this video, check out the playlist on the right. I release new tutorials and art supply reviews each week to help you progress faster in your watercolour journey.